Okay, I'll start the video.
Connectra creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, Connect Together, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative. This month, you'll learn about programs with the Richmond Centre for Disability and Gambling Support BC. Tuesdays are for ABC Studios Art Therapy with Connectra. Wednesdays are Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kavitsky. Thursdays are Adaptive Fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are Contemporary Improv Dance Classes with Janice Lawrence. Every third Friday is a growable presentation by the Disabled Independent Gardening Association. This month, we're talking squirrels in Stanley Park, so don't miss out on September 15th. Every third Monday is our Perspective series, where you'll hear from guest speakers on varying topics. Join us on September 18th to hear a discussion about navigating music with a disability. Save the date for our upcoming Accessible Community Forum on accessible healthcare in British Columbia on October 27th. Check our website for more information and to have your voice heard by filling out our survey. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at Connectra Society.
Okay, you can start.
Great, thank you. Well, hi there, everyone. It's Julie Meier from Ocean Rehab and Fitness, and I'm here to do your class today. So today for class, you will need, or I will be using a dowel and one hand weight. So those are the two pieces of equipment. If you don't have either of those, that's totally okay. I'll be offering you some different options along the way as well. So don't worry if you don't have those two things handy today. So I will just set those down for now. We're going to focus on breathing to start. Yeah, so just sitting comfortably in your chair. Hands can be on your belly, actually. We'll start with some belly breathing today, focusing first on getting as tall as you can. So what we're going to do, maybe you'll have your eyes closed, maybe you'd like to keep them open, is to take a really big breath in, stretching the crown of your head as close to the ceiling as you can get it, and a breath out to release. Good, so focusing on that, the air making you just a little bit taller. Breath in makes you a bit taller, breath out to release. Good. Crown of your head coming closer to the ceiling with a breath in, releasing with a breath out. We'll do two more like that. And last one. Good, and then we're going to change our focus a little bit. Still that nice even big breath in and equally big breath out. But now as we take a breath in, we're going to fill up our belly like a balloon. So you can feel your belly expand, and then you will squeeze all the air out, pushing your belly button towards your backbone with the exhale. So on a nice even inhale, filling up your belly like a balloon. And on the exhale, squeezing out every last drop of air. Good, do it again. Big breath in. And equally big breath out. And one more breath in. And out. Good, just give me some really slow head circles, neck circles. And then back the other direction. Coming to center, then looking down towards your lap and up towards the ceiling. One more like that. Good, and then just like last week, we'll add in some shoulder movements. So I'm going to bring my shoulders up by my ears where I don't want them, and then squeezing down my back. Just feeling the shoulder blades sliding up and down your back. And then at the bottom end, we're going to hold there. So a comfortable hold as we go side to side with the neck. Maybe you'll slow this one down a little bit. So ear towards your shoulder, one side and then the other. Last one each way here. Good. One more time. Shoulders up by your ears where we don't want them today, and then down your back where we do. I'm going to use the dowel for the next bit of warm up. If you don't have a dowel today, just keeping your hands evenly spaced apart will be just fine. Or maybe you have a towel or a scarf or something that you can use instead. We're just going to go with a little forward roll and just roll out through our forearms to start with. And then back the other direction, rolling in towards you. Good. Hands spaced about shoulder width apart. We're going to take the dowel up. Good. Maybe each time you get just a little more movement. So maybe you're pressing that dowel just comfortably back behind your body. If your shoulders aren't ready for that, that's just fine. Good, last one here. All right, we're going to keep it low for a moment and reset those shoulders before we do a similar overhead exercise. I didn't mention, but of course, if you are in a wheelchair, that you have the brakes on for this class today, and we will be doing a little bit of overhead work. So if you do need to be against a wall, somewhere nice and stable, make sure that you're safe. Good, we're gonna move this up to about chest level. And then we're gonna move it up to eye level. And then we're going to move it up overhead. We'll slow this one down a bit. So maybe you're doing just a little bit of flexion in the direction that you're moving. So feeling those core muscles, both stretch and flex. And last one each way here. Awesome. I have one more for you and we should be all warmed up and set to go. And I'll tell you what we're doing next. We're going to do a circle forward for our last one. So a forward circle, adding in a little bit of a hip hinge if that feels good for you today. So maybe you're really actively rolling that forward, following with your body. I'm getting warm. And then we'll go back the other direction. Good, last one there. Awesome, that's all we need for the dowel for now. I'm gonna grab a drink of water and I'll tell you what we have planned next. So we're going to do 1 minute timed intervals today. I'm gonna get my timer going. We'll do 1 minute of cardio, which is going to be some boxing moves today. I am not a boxer, so bear with me if my terminology is not quite up to par. And 1 minute of resistance training using our weight. So I will get that timer going when I find it. Here it is. Okay. All right, timer's going. 1 minute, our first minute of cardio, hands up. We're going to do just really quick little forward punches. So when you are ready, you can start speeding this up. We're going to aim for about chest level out front. If you're ready to start going harder, go right ahead. Trying to get some core muscles to stabilize us here. So belly button towards the backbone just a little bit, but not enough to restrict your breathing. So we're trying to get the heart rate up just a bit here. First minute. Got 10 more seconds. Awesome. There's our first minute done. We are going to grab a weight now. You will grab your weight in your right hand, shoulder set into position. We're going to do, this is a 2-move exercise, bicep curl, a small change to bring that palm facing in, and then a press for the ceiling down the same way. So curl, rotate, press, bring that elbow down, return the weight to your side. If you don't have a weight today and you have your water bottle, maybe something like a can or something else that you can hold on to that gives you a little bit of weight resistance, that is just fine. Good, we got 10 more seconds on this one. We're going back to cardio after that. So that's our right side done. We'll even it out after we do another set of those jabs straight to the front. Maybe you're feeling a bit warmer now and you're starting to move a little bit faster. Really tall posture here. We'll change it up after this one. Looking good. We're over halfway through this minute of cardio. There we go. There goes that timer. We're going to grab our weights and even it out with left side. So it was shoulder set into position, bicep curl, small rotation, press for the ceiling, bring it down the way you came. Curl, rotate, press. Looking good. We're halfway through this one. Excellent. Making sure you go all the way to the bottom end, range of motion, back up, lots of control through that weight, all the way up and down. There's our last one there. Good, just set that weight somewhere handy. This time we're going to start lower. So we're going to come in for a bigger move. Is this still called a jab? No, it's an uppercut, right? Uppercut. Good. So we're starting down by our hip. Big swing up to our imaginary opponent on the chin. So our oblique muscles, our side core muscles helping support us here as we're doing this bigger move. Maybe you're speeding this one up too, that's okay. You'll see this one again, one more time as well. Excellent. All right, we are going to grab that weight again. I actually have a pillow handy today. Let me just see here. I'm going to put it on my lap because I'm planning to hinge for this next one. So right side, weight is in your hand. We're going to do a row. So you can be upright, elbow pulling out to the side, elbow leading, or you can be hinged, hand on your lap, pillow for support. So whichever one is feeling better for you today. We're aiming for the shoulder blade to pull towards your backbone as that weight comes close to your hip. Good, a few more here. Last one. Awesome. Leaving that weight behind, doing some more uppercuts. So depending on how you feel, you might be doing this at a faster speed. Good, keep going, almost done this minute. We got about 5 more seconds. Awesome, we're gonna grab that weight again and move on to doing our left side. So either upright, weight is by your knee and ending just wide of your hip, or hinged, hand on your knee for support and a pillow at your lap if you need it. Shoulder blade pulls into your backbone each time. Looks good. We've got a few more. We'll get one more in here before the timer goes off. Awesome. Drop that weight. We're going to mix up the last 2 boxing moves. So I'm going to do 4 quick punches forward. And then 2 big uppercuts per side. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 and 2. Good. Forward. Good. 4 jabs. Uppercut. 2 per side. Keep going. Few more. 4 and 2. Excellent. Grab that weight again. We are moving on to do some tricep kickbacks. That pillow might be handy here again. You can certainly be upright. Weight is in your right hand, doing some kickbacks here. Or if you like that hinged position, just adding a little bit more resistance to the exercise as we're hinged forward. Good. So just to show you, full extension gets that tricep muscle working. If you want just a little bit extra at the top end as your arm straightens, you might rotate so that your palm faces more towards the ceiling. It's just a little extra squeeze on that muscle. We're almost on this side. Good, last one here. All right, weight down. We're doing that same sequence again. So 4 jabs, 2 uppercuts per side. 4 jabs. Uppercuts. Looking good. Keep going. Four and 2 and 2. We got a few more here. After this one, why don't we have a quick water break? So here goes the timer. Awesome. If you need a water break, go ahead and take one. I forgot to mention at the beginning of class that once class is over, I'll stay around for a few minutes if anybody wants to chat or has any questions for me. So don't run away. All right. Great. I'm just going to set the timer so I don't cheat you out of a minute of exercise. And I guess we have the second side of triceps to even out. So we should probably do that next. Just restarting the timer for a minute. You will take the weight in your left hand and get ready to do tricep kickbacks here. So either nice and upright or hinged with that optional rotation of your palm towards the ceiling at the end range of the exercise. Good, keep going. We have a few more to do here. Last one. Excellent. That timer is going to go off right away. All right. So the next move is probably not the most purest of boxing moves, but we're going to aim for 3 separate targets. So you're going to go high, medium, low, then do the other side. High, medium, low. You can think about getting lots of reach, or you can keep it close to your body. The closer it is to your body, the quicker the move. So maybe a little more cardio involved, but big arm movements also, of course, are going to get our heart rate up. Okay, so high, medium, low. Thinking about our chest muscles, squeezing that arm to center each time. Excellent. All right, grabbing that weight again. For the next one, we're going to use the weight with both hands holding on to the weight, so holding it lengthwise. And we're going to do a version of the paint shaker, but I want to do it as a bit of a slower move today. So we're going to go out and in. Maybe to full elbow extension, so all the way out, and maybe with a little bit of a rowing motion. So if you'd like to use a little bit more core, that hip hinge, maybe you're reaching that little bit farther. We're going to do this exercise 2 times through, just because. We don't need a reason, do we? Okay, but when that timer goes off, we'll add in some cardio again here. And then you'll see the same exercise again. Good. Set that weight down. Getting ready to do the directional punches. So we're going to go high, medium, low, high, medium, low. Good. Your choice. How big that move is, if it's a reaching punch or if it's nice and close to your body. We just have a few more of these that incorporate some cardio to do, so we're almost done with that portion. And of course, taking it at your own pace. So if you need to change the pacing, please feel free. Yeah, there's that timer. Go ahead and grab your weight. We are going to do like the paint shaker again, but in slow motion. So out and in with maybe a little bit of forward hip hinge. So muscles we're targeting for this one is front shoulder, a little bit of mid back on the return, and then some core. Almost done. Last two. And last one here. Awesome. Can't read my notes. All right. For our last cardio, we're going to have hands up and we're going to do a little side to side sway for 4 and then 4 forward jabs. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jab. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Jab. Good. Arms in. And jab. Yeah, there's the timer again. Go ahead and grab that weight. Weight's going to be in your right hand. We're going to do some side arm raises. So working on shoulders. Your choice here is whether your elbow is bent or whether your arm is straight. Straight arm is a little bit more difficult. Making sure that your shoulder stays in its nice set position. So in this position, if the top end is just a little bit difficult, we have a tendency to want to squeeze that shoulder up by your ear. I'd rather you have a slightly bent elbow and support through this motion so that your side shoulder muscles can focus on working. And it's not our squeezy neck muscles trying to help out. We're almost done this one. 2 more. Excellent. All right, this is our second last cardio, getting ready to do that little bob and weave. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then punch for 4. Four, 3, 2, 1. Got 10 more seconds on this one. I'm going to finish it out. 2 and 1. Good. Grab that weight. We're going to even ourselves out with our left side. Shoulder set into position, making sure that shoulder stays low, deciding whether on this side you're better to have bent elbow, so keeping the move a little closer to your body, or long arm reach off to the side, making sure that these muscles that sit between your ear and your shoulder are not trying to help out. So they're as relaxed as they can be so that the focus is on your side shoulder muscles. Good. We'll get about 2 more in here. Excellent. There goes the timer. All right. So for our last one, we're going to go back to the same boxing move that we did at the start, just the nice quick jabs forward. So maybe you're feeling like you got a little bit extra cardio in the tank still, and you want to punch it out nice and quick. Keep going, 30 more seconds. This is our last round of cardio. And more seconds. Keep going. Oh, awesome. All right. I'm going to stop my timer. That's it for the timed portion of the class today. Grab another drink if you need it. I am still going to use my weight. So we'll do probably 2 more weighted exercises and then we'll move on to some stretching. If you still have that pillow handy, you might need it again. We are going to take the weight in our right hand. So we just used our front shoulder muscles for a number of different exercises, but specifically that slow motion paint shaker. And then we used side shoulder for the raises. Now we're going to use more of our rear shoulder. So you have a couple of choices here. Shoulder is set into position. You can stay just up nice and tall and do a diagonal press back, making sure you're just running through your own range of motion, so not causing any pain. If you are comfortable, hinged forward, maybe with that pillow on your lap, getting just a little bit more resistance in through that muscle group. Good. So very similar setup to when we were doing triceps, but now all the movements coming through our shoulder joint. Whereas for triceps, it was coming through our elbow joint. Oh yeah, I don't have my timer going anymore. We could be here forever. Let's do last 3 and 2 and last one here. All right, shake it out. We will go straight to the other side because we are done cardio for today. So setting shoulders into position, deciding whether you want to go from your upright seated position or whether you want to hinge for this one as you're pressing diagonally back behind you. Still keeping that shoulder nice and low. So it's only as far as my arm can move without my shoulder trying to squeeze up and extend the move. Good. Well, we didn't count on the other side, so I'm going to ballpark it here and we're going to do another 3. 3 and 2 and last one here. Excellent. All right, shake that one out. I am all done with that pillow for now. I'm going to sit back on my chair for this next one. So lots of support. We're just going to work through rotator cuff. That's the last main muscle group in our shoulder that we haven't specifically targeted yet. So elbow is glued to your side for this one. Weight is across body. At least for the first few, being really aware of what feels good for your shoulder today. So that weight is rotating out to the side, but there is no right or wrong end point. It's whatever your body feels is right for you today. So make sure you're listening to what your shoulder has to say about this. Good. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Slowly out and slowly back in. We'll do 3 more like that. Good. When you've done that last one, come on and switch sides. We'll do the same thing on this side. So comparing side to side, just being aware that each side might be a little bit different in range and how it's feeling today. And then we're going to slow it down. We're going to go last 4 and 3, 2 and 1 here. Excellent. Now, I believe I said that was the last weighted exercise. It certainly can be, or you can actually use your weight for the next exercise as well. I'm going to sneak one last one in here. So we're going to do a little bit of oblique work. You can have the weight in your hand if you know that that feels right for you today, or you can just do the exercise with no weight. That is totally fine. So our focus is on nice tall posture, just like we were focused at for the beginning of class today. And then we are going to do a small side flex and use the opposite side obliques to pull us back up. So you can think of the space between your rib cage and your hip bone getting wider as you tip down towards your weight, and then shortening or getting smaller as you sit back up nice and tall. So a little side flex. We're just focusing on those oblique muscles here, no back pain. It's a good one to do without a weight if it's not one that you do very often. And we're going to slow this one down a bit too. So really slow on the way back up. Side tip, really slow. You're going to kind of tell those muscles to work, right? And last one. Good. If you were using the weight, you're going to switch the weight to the other hand. If you've decided not to use the weight for this exercise, that's okay. We're going to tip the other direction. So up nice and tall to start, side flex, pulling back up to center. Good. We're going to do 2 more at this tempo. And then we're going to slow it down a bit. So side flex, slowly come back up to center. Let's do that 3 more times. And last one. Awesome. All right, we are officially done with the weight now, I promise. Time for some stretching. So why don't we start first? We are going to use the dowel, or I'm going to use the dowel for part of stretching, but we'll start with hands free for just a moment here. So if you want to take your arms up to about chest level, we'll come expanding through the chest with the breath in and releasing with the breath out again. And last one. This time, come all the way around, give yourself a hug. So elbows are low, shoulders are low. Taking some nice big breaths in and out like this. And maybe thinking about actively pulling your elbows just a little bit away from your body, which means as you take some nice big breaths in and out, that your shoulder blades are coming away from each other. And you almost feel like you have extra space to take a breath. Big breath in and out. And again. Good. Let's unwind and just do that exact same thing with the other arm on top. It always feels just a little bit different. Shoulders are low, elbows are low. Again, focusing on your breathing, maybe bringing those elbows forward just a little bit, just to pull your shoulder blades away from your backbone and feel like you can get just a little bit more breath. And one more. Good. Unwind yourself there. I'm going to use my dowel for the next little bit. I'm actually going to have it down on the floor for the first one. So on the floor, maybe just slightly ahead of your hip and off to the side. For now, all we're going to do is open out through that side. So using a little bit of stretch through your chest and front shoulder muscles. And then maybe you're going to look away, like in the opposite direction from where that dowel sits right now. If you don't have a dowel and you're just extending that arm out, that will totally work as well. We'll just hold that for a few more breaths. Good, bring that back in. We're going to keep the dowel on the same side, but cross over and grab it with our opposite arm now. And do a little bit of a spinal twist. So for this one, maybe both hands are on the dowel, or maybe you can grab your chair back with your free hand as you rotate towards that dowel. So taking some breaths in and out here. And so one more big breath in and out, and we will return to center. And then we're going to do those same 2 stretches on the other side. So bringing that dowel over to the other side, holding it in the same side hand for now, dropping it back behind you. So a diagonal reach to get some stretch through your bicep, your front shoulder, and then maybe through your trapezius muscles as you start to look away from that dowel. Taking a few breaths in and out while we're here. And then easing your way back to center, crossing over so that you're grabbing onto the dowel with the opposite arm, maybe grabbing onto your chair back, or even hand on the hip would be fine as you rotate towards that dowel. Some nice big breaths in and out here as well. Excellent. Come on back to center. Let's take that dowel in both hands for the next one, or again, just hands separate from each other, whether it's with a towel or if you don't have anything handy, that's okay. We're going to come up and over and just move through some rainbow type motions, nice and slow. So off to the side, back to center, other side. We'll do that one more time through, and then we'll add another piece. If you would rather stay here for these, that's fine. Or maybe you'll reach really actively to the ceiling and then slightly side tip. Maybe you'll even stay here for a breath before you come back to center, slight side tip to the other side. Good, back to center. We'll do that one more time per side. All right. We have one more job for the dowel to do today, and it's just to do some forward reaching. So I'm going to press that dowel forward as far as we can go while still being nice and tall. So I don't want to bring the rest of my body forward yet. I just want my arms to reach as far forward as they can go, probably no more than chest level. So trying to keep those shoulders away from your ears. And then maybe you'll do this as more of a full body stretch and reach forward with a hinge. Bring it in. Last one here. Excellent. We're all done with that dowel. We're just going to do a few more stretches. Good. So from here, one arm is reaching forward and then coming across body, enough that we're getting now a little bit more stretch through rear shoulder muscles. That was one of the last muscle groups we worked today with the weight. And then maybe you'll drop your ear away from that stretching side towards your opposite shoulder. And then before we change anything else, maybe you'll change your gaze and look down towards your hip. Good. Ease your gaze back to center. Let that arm come out to the side. We'll do 3 slow shoulder circles to the back. And then we'll stretch out the other side. So reaching forward and coming across body, adding in just a little bit of tension or resistance with that free hand. And then you'll drop your ear towards the opposite shoulder. And then maybe I'll look down towards the hip on that same side. Good. Ease your way back to center. 3 slow shoulder circles on that side. And we're going to end with a bit of a breathing exercise today. So get comfortable. Hands can be on your lap with palms facing up for now. All right. So you can have your eyes closed for this next section if you'd like. If you prefer to keep them open, of course, that is totally fine. On the contraction of a muscle, we're going to run through a few different muscle groups. You are going to take a breath in, and then as you release that muscle group, you're going to take a breath out. So the first thing we're going to do is pull our belly button in towards our backbone, activating our abs with a breath in, and then releasing belly button away from your backbone with a breath out. Good. We'll just run through these ones nice and slow. The next thing you're going to do is make your hands into fists. Breath in and release. Breath out. Good. Flip over those hands so that they're palms down. Next, we're going to lift our hands off our lap. So kind of flexing through our forearms. Breath in and then releasing down onto your lap. Breath out. Good. From here, we're going to make our hands into fists again as we go into a bicep curl. Breath in and then releasing. Breath out. Next, our shoulders are going to squeeze up by our ears with a breath in and release down our back with a breath out. We have 2 more. Shoulder blades are going to squeeze together, squeezing close to your backbone with the breath in. And then releasing with the breath out. And then maybe you'll tighten up your face muscles with the breath in and release with the breath out. Sitting hopefully nice and relaxed in your chair. Let's take 3 more breaths like that. And then we're going to end class as I always do, starting down low, 3 big breaths in, reaching towards the ceiling. 2 more. Last one. Great, thanks for joining me today. Good work out there. If you want to stay, if you have any questions or just want to chat for a few minutes, I'm happy to stay. So just say hi.
Okay,
All right.
I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.